The violence was like an epidemic that was destroying us. It couldn't go on. I couldn't accept that this was going to be the life of our community and do nothing about it. In August 1996, we heard that the Children's Movement for Peace and through the World Vision, Monica and I became the elected representatives of the Soacha group. We regularly made the journey to the north of the city to take part in workshops with young people from different groups of Colombia. I met Juan Elias, whose father had been murdered only weeks before, yet he was still working for peace. I met Farlis, who had helped to organize a children's movement in Apactado. I had the chance to tell people about how we lived in Soacha. We exchanged ideas on the war and violence, on peacemaking and child's rights. Monica and I took these experiences back home and shared them with anyone who would listen. I started going into schools to talk with children about their rights and to encourage them to take part in the vote. Some were worried that they would not be able to vote because they had no identity cards. Either they had never been registered at birth or the papers had been lost when they fled their homes. I talked about these problems with the people from the World Vision and UNICEF, and they made arrangements so that every child could vote, even those without papers. On October 25, 1996, I rode in a bus with 50 other kids to the Plaza Bolivar in Bogota to vote in the children's mandate. There were voting stations all over the city, but the Plaza Bolivar is in the heart of Bogota, and thousands of children were planning to vote there. On the way, I stood in the aisle of the buses and invented peace songs. Everyone joined in. We sang, "No to war, yes to peace, because we, the children, are going to achieve it. No a la guerra, sí a la paz, porque los niños vamos a lograr." The plaza was packed with children dressed in white, the color of peace. There were clowns and stilt walkers, people with peace dovers painted on their faces. Peace doves painted in their faces, and people tossing white balloons into the air. Everyone was waiting, white handkerchiefs, and hundreds of children were lined up in the voting booths. I ran around the plaza, shouting out loud, "Today, children are going to make peace in Colombia," and attracted so much attention that several journalists from television and radio asked for interviews. Eventually, I took my place in that line.